So I remember whenever I was suffering with depersonalization realization, and I would be up to like 2, 3 in the morning just Googling symptoms and looking on YouTube, looking on Facebook, just trying to find somebody that could help me get free of these symptoms. And it appeared as if there were 10,000 different cures for depersonalization realization. Every person on there would say, hey, this is how you cure it. Here's what you have to do. I've found the cure. And I would get this rush of excitement. But then as soon as I would try what they told me to do, it either would do nothing or it would maybe just help a little bit. Or maybe it would help a lot, but it just wouldn't last. And after probably 30 to 40 different things that I tried from people online, and it didn't ever really get rid of the symptoms in the long term, it just got really confusing. But now that I've looked into why the symptoms are happening, it actually makes a lot of sense. And this problem still happens today. And this has been many, many years later. People assume that just because what they did worked for them to downregulate their nervous system, that it's going to work for other people. And it makes sense because that's their experience and they don't have the knowledge of what actually is causing their depersonalization realization, which let's talk about that for a second. It's overwhelm. It's overwhelming stress in the brain, body, and nervous system. Okay. You've technically reached what's called the trauma response. It's also called the freeze response. Whenever our brain perceives threat or there's an actual threat, we look to other people to calm us down. If that doesn't work, then we go into fight or flight response. And if that doesn't work and we become overwhelmed, we feel too trapped to fight or flee, then we go into the freeze response. And there's a shutdown of the brain structures that are responsible for us feeling connected to our body, ourself, and our environment. Okay. Also, time can feel distorted, memory issues. Most people have generalized anxiety too, sometimes panic attacks, unless you go into the deepest state of the freeze and there's actually no anxiety whatsoever, but you're just completely numb. But regardless, see it as like a cup of water, okay? The cup represents your body, the water represents the stress. Some people can do some things that for them cause the cup of water to stop overflowing. But just because those things were calming for them doesn't mean that it's going to be calming for everybody. In fact, what's calming for some people may be triggering for other people. Now, there are hundreds of studies that have shown things that are going to help everybody. Okay. There's technically 5 foundations of safety that I teach my clients, 5 things that we do that communicate safety that have been proven works for everybody. But there's a lot of subjective things that specific individuals need to do in order to recover that are very specific to them and may not be for other people.